Hey folks, fWhip here, and welcome to Hardcore Minecraft. A while ago, I built this copper factory, which houses a facility to age 4 stacks of copper blocks inside. But I'm running out of copper. My copper addiction will only get worse with the newly announced 1.21 blocks. Especially the copper grate, I need this. It's the perfect window block. So I'm gonna be spending 60 hours building a massive drowned farm in the overworld. Why? Because I want blocks. And well, this one is gonna be pretty future-proof. Also, this is very real, not clickbait. Okay, kind of clickbait. Don't leave yet, don't leave. But YouTube added a new effect for clicking the like button to, quote, make it feel more rewarding. So give it a try for me on this video and subscribe if you haven't. All I know so far is that I need a big section of a river to build this farm inside of. And I know I don't want it to be visible from any of my current builds. It's gonna be a little ugly, okay? This could be a good location, but again, way too close to home. Oh man, this would be fantastic if it wasn't all snow and ice. I'm not even sure if it would work, and I don't want to waste the time to find out and have to fix it later. My plan is to build a farm concept by Ncolyer today, and it's recommended to use a horseshoe-shaped river, so this won't work out either. Oh, this could be promising. No, there's the base. It's gonna be massive. You'll see why it has to be far away soon. Just trust me on this one. Wait a second here. That's a big island. Is this all river biome? It looks like it is with the sand and clay and gravel at the bottom. It is. If we set our point up right here, that's the whole horseshoe shape. Wait, this could be perfect. Are we around anything? There's a lone bee, 2 bees, 3, 4 bees. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of bees. And that right there is the desert transformation I've done. And then we have over a mountainside with a bunch of tall jungle trees on top of it is the place here. You know, I think that'll work. I think this will work for the farm. So I don't have to fly the 1,500 blocks out here every single time I need to grab more resources. Pretty far away from where we're gonna actually build the farm over there. Let's set up a little nether portal so it'll make the journey a wee bit quicker. We can grab ourselves the coordinates right there and throw them in chat, then light this portal and make the flight hub and build one on the roof. If I did my calculations correct, which hopefully I did, this right here should link us back up to that portal in the overworld. Yes, it does. Perfect. Does it go back the other way? Perfect. That is gonna be so much better as home is right over here. Just another portal added to the vast emptiness of my nether roof. Totally fine. Definitely not foreshadowing a large nether hub project coming soon or anything like that. No, not at all. Should it? I don't know. You tell me. No, you're not getting out of the box. You're staying in that box forever. For the next stage of the project, I actually do need a large amount of soul sand. So how much can we grab from these? I think I'm definitely going to need more than an inventory full, but it looks like at least from the first wing, I'm already able to get that. Okay, that's enough to get us started. Which portal was it? I don't know which portal it was. That's the desert portal. Okay, it's this portal. I should really mark these. With the soul sand, we can get back to today's project where I need to move up to Y85. And then I need to do the very fun process of keeping my F3 screen open and following around the entire perimeter of the river biome. There go the first 2 stacks, and that took way longer than I thought it would. The plains biome really sticks out pretty far into the river. I think it should be okay though. I think we'll be all right. Nearly an hour later of placing soul sand and following around the biome, and we have the outline ready to go. This is it. The entire size of the drowned farm for now. I was a little worried about getting too far away from the AFK point, which would be somewhere in here, and then we'd be building extra farm that mobs won't be able to spawn in, so we're gonna start with this for now. I guess I can always expand it later if I want to, but let's grab some more soul sand out of here so we can finish filling in Florida. Inventory has been filled up, and back down it goes into the farm. I think I'm about halfway, a little under halfway done. And I'm not too sure how much soul sand I still have sitting around here. There goes another inventory full, but I only have these 4 chests left. Okay. All the remaining soul sand gets me to right about here on filling in the platform. I did kind of forget soul speed is a thing, and it's really fun zooming around right now. Oh no, okay, we're fine. We're fine. Got it under control. The bartering farms are completely out of soul sand now, though. I'm not too sure how much I have back at home. Oh, we have a lot. Wow. Nearly a full shulker box should do it. And we are all done with stage 1. What is that? That's a spider. Here's the giant blob of soul sand floating in the sky. Next, I need to turn this into a tank to fill with water. Translation, I need a 63 block tall wall of glass around the entire platform. Quick stop out to the desert village to see if I have any sand left over in here. Maybe, ooh, that's a lot. That's all sand. We'll take that one. Another shulker of sand and another one. Oh, we got another. Oh, I thought I'd be having to mine sand for hours. Okay, that's 3 shulker boxes and a 4th shulker box here. I think that's gonna be enough. I'm not sure how much coal I still have back in the super smelter, so let's run down here into the nether, repair up my elytra since we're here, and the booties, there we go, and fill up on coal. Now a quick trip down into the dwarven village trading hall out, which I apparently completely forgot about in the world tour. I really don't know how that happened, but we can throw the coal in there to cap it off, and all of our sand can go in here. Now it all just needs to smelt on down. And thankfully there's like 64 furnaces here, so it goes pretty quick. Look at all that coming out already. 4 in-game days later, and all of the glass is now smelted down. But I don't want to use just regular glass for this, so let's grab ourselves a sunflower and a rose bush. I guess I've already done that out here a few times for dye, but if I just spam away here with some bone meal, we'll get plenty of sunflowers to turn into yellow dye, and we can do the same here for red dye. There we go, 4 stacks of both, and this is going to turn into a ton of dye. Now we have a load of orange dye. Now to turn all of our regular glass down into orange stained glass. There we go, 4 shulker boxes of orange stained glass. I'm a little worried this is not enough, but all of the glass has been moved over now, so we can pick some of this stuff up, as I need to make a giant tank going around this entire soul sand platform. Up to here. That's 63 glass. Step 1 is going to be getting the base outline in around the entire platform so I can more easily stack it up from there. There we go, all the way around the platform, and that took a lot of glass. That was just over 8 stacks of glass to go around each layer, and I have to go up to there. Oh no. Here I was being worried this farm isn't going to be large enough. If I have to make this thing any bigger to get any better rates out of it, oh, I don't know if I want to. Time to stack up the glass border around the farm, and of course a thunderstorm spawns right away. What the? Oh my god! That just spawned right on top of me! Okay. That's, can I save the horses? Yes, there's 1. There's 2. I have to save the horses. Oh! That's terrifying! I've never had one hit the ground so close to me! I hated all of that. Okay, we got him though. Guess we have some skelly horses, and it's time to empty the remaining boxes of orange glass. And here goes the last few blocks, and I don't want to look up. Wait, I'm not even halfway! Oh, we have so much to go. I'm just gonna sit on my skeleton horse until I feel better. I spent an entire stream earlier this week clearing up the entire front lawn of shulker boxes, so I have plenty empty inside of here, and I think I need that many. 10 shulker boxes, yep, let's go fill them up with sand. And we've got a lot here in the storage room, thankfully, so that's gonna get a good portion of the sand we need. We'll leave 1 double chest in here just for building, but that did fill up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a little bit more. So we need 3 shulkers-ish of sand, which brings us out to the mining desert to once again further destroy the biome, collecting all of the sand on top and creating a wasteland. Three shulker boxes are ready to go, but my wings and tools are starting to break. Quick stop into the end dimension, and we can fix them all up. Might be a little more depth, but at least my tools are fixed. 10 shulker boxes of sand here ready to go, and we can start dropping them all in here again. Such fun, invigorating gameplay to be watching, I know. Just a whole lot of this. Just a whole lot of this for 10 shulkers of sand. And finally, we have 10 shulker boxes of regular glass that I need to dye down into orange stained glass. Now I just need about 9 stacks of roses and 9 stacks of sunflowers. Tons of flowers acquired, and now, thankfully, all of these can turn into double the amount of dirt. No, not dirt, dye. That's dye. I've been grinding blocks for a while. And then we turn it all into orange dye from there. Took an hour to get here, but we can finally craft down all the orange glass to use again. There we go, 11 shulker boxes filled with orange stained glass. That took almost all of the dye that I got. Back at it again with the orange stained glass. Six shulker boxes of glass completely emptied here, and we have 4 more to go. But I'm happy to say we've made some pretty good progress. I think we'll be able to get all the way. Hopefully. I still got a lot of glass to place down, which means one more round of glass placing, trying to complete the entire outer box of the drown tank. Or not. I still have another 8 layers or so to go to finish it off, and I've run out of glass, which means it's time for another 3 shulkers of sand. I was on my way back and I just found this. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, melting down what I did gather into some more glass, and then dyeing it all into orange stained glass for another hour of glass placing to finish this all off. It is done. Finally, the entire box of orange glass is complete. Today started with 755 orange glass placed down, and now we are at 27,806. I've placed over 27,000 orange stained glass for this thing. Before I rethink all of my life decisions, let's move on to where we next need to fill the entire tank with water, and I think using ice will be the quickest way to do it. We can just keep picking off the top of the lake over here. That should be enough to make it around the top. I'm gonna need tons of kelp for this too. Now, the next difficult step here is the entire top needs to be covered for scaffolding. So we can take the string I just picked up and come down here into the city to my bamboo farm, as I need to craft tons of scaffolding. For every piece of soul sand I put down, I'm gonna have to put a piece of scaffolding over the top. So hopefully 2 and a bit shulkers will be enough. Otherwise, I need to find more string. Step 1 here is to run around and place all of the ice blocks along the edge of the tank. Next, nope. Why aren't you do I have to? Why is this not? Why are you not creating water? I thought that's how Minecraft worked. Do I have to melt it? I have to melt it. Right, I guess I need to melt all the ice. My whole plan is ruined. I guess an extra step here of melting all of the ice into water. I need to go around and grow up kelp at the base, which will turn all of this into source blocks and flood the entire thing. But before I do that, I want to come up here on top and add in all of our scaffolding going across. We are going to hit one problem here as we extend farther out into the middle. Eventually, it's going to fall, and being soul sand, it's just going to pop off. The way I can fix this is grabbing some of the leftover glass that we have. Oh, that looks so ugly. Oh god. And become a professional block placer. Nice. To place another piece of scaffolding on, and we can continue farther out to there. I think what's going to work best is if I go around the entire outer edge, and then we bring the scaffolding into the middle so I can limit how many glass blocks I need to have floating in there, as they're going to interrupt the farm a little bit. First round of scaffolding placement is done, and down there I actually saw my first drown a little while ago, so the farm will work. That's good news. I didn't know that till now, so that's really good news. Bad news though is that took nearly 2 shulker boxes of scaffolding. I only have that left and 1 more box. So now comes the time where I gotta keep placing these glass blocks in, move it over one, and continue expanding all of the scaffolding. There's 1 gap. Oh, lovely. Nailed it. Why do I feel like this is just going to be that much more painful than what I already have went through? Oh, you can fly through scaffolding. How did I never know that? You know, if the crab claw gave you the ability to place a block underneath a block in front of you somehow, I don't know how it would have worked. That would have taken my vote for sure. 100%. That would have been it. I think making entire pillars of glass down to the bottom would be more effective as far as the farm goes, but this is going to save a lot of resources, and so far it's not going too terrible. Where did I just place that glass? Oh, right there. I am trying to limit how much glass I have just floating around down there so it doesn't block too many drown from coming to the surface. This entire portion is now done, and underneath doesn't look too terrible. That shouldn't stop too many drown, and they'll still be able to move to the side, so they'll make it to the top eventually. I just got to do the rest of that And I, yeah, don't have too much scaffolding left. That's about it. And there's all the remaining scaffolding I had on hand, bringing us to over halfway done. Jumping back over to my starter base here, as I need a lot more string. So down into the mines we go, to this layer, where I have the extra minecart track and a very, very beautiful tunnel through the world. Ah, so decorated. Look at that diorite. But it leads us here into the spider farm. Look at them. Look at that. I'm gonna have to sit here for a little while to get some string. That is 4. That can't make any scaffolding. There we go, 5 stacks of string, which should help us make a ton of scaffolding. Like this. Back at the farm, I got to work placing in the remaining scaffolding ceiling, where I can't even make this up. I am 1 scaffolding short. You've got to be kidding me. Out of all this, 1. I'm 1 short. I killed a spider and I got 3 string. I can't even make any more. We'll fix that soon, as right now I actually need a lot of kelp, and then we're gonna also need a ton of bone meal, as we can jump down here inside, and now I need to work on flooding this entire place to fill it all with water. Sorry, wandering trader, it's gonna get a little damp in here. The way I can do this is by running out here into the corners, and where we have the water coming down already, we can surround the entire thing with kelp blocks. Well, kelp. Not blocks, just kelp. And you'll see as these come in, they're making water sources, which is creating our bubble columns going all the way up. I'm just gonna need to grow the kelp up the entire wall. But first, we place it all in. There we go. Kelp is now around the entire way, which means everything at the base is a water source, and we've got a bouncy house now. With the kelp in place on the base, I could either AFK for a few hours, or we can run around with bone meal to manually grow the kelp and create more spawning spaces much quicker. Oh, this is gonna take a while. I thought each bone meal would give a few pieces of kelp growing up, but no, it's a single kelp each bone meal. So I gotta do like 60 something bone meals to get it all the way to the top on every single piece of kelp. At least some of the kelp is manually growing up, so that's saving a piece of bone meal each growth. Okay, all right. I'm gonna focus on this corner and hope that the rest catches itself up over time. This whole corner should now be done, and I need to get back into the far. Nope, the kelp isn't bubble columns yet. Please, no. Okay, now if I can cup. Nope, nope. Ah, this is gonna be a pain in the butt. Okay, just break it off, break it off. No, this is gonna be such a pain. Okay, at least the kelp is starting to grow a lot around the edges, but that right there should be everything we need. Yep, those are all water sources, and that is that whole back section, and it's gonna be really laggy soon with all those bubbles. And it looks like all of the kelp is just coming up on top, which means the drown should be able to just shoot up through and land on here too. That's a lot of kelp. Since my only way to currently get into the farm is right through here, let's focus on the other side and get this growing up. This little corner should be complete, and it'll start slowly expanding itself coming out too. You know, I don't think this is gonna be too terrible. All of it is starting to grow up, and really, we almost have 2 layers across without me doing anything. So, I'll work on this backside, and then I think I might just let it do its own thing for a while. Yep, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta let nature run its course in this artificial box you've created for it to thrive inside. Very el naturel. And I got all my kelp back. The next step for this farm is to build out a massive system of nether portals to move the drowned into the other dimension. About a year ago, I transformed my main end island into this, which required about 100 hours of mining obsidian, and that resulted in this. Many shulker boxes of obsidian. In order for this farm to work really well, Ncolyer recommends we move all of the drowned into the nether. So I set off to place in obsidian lines every 16 blocks to build up some portals. I'm starting to think I should have built the portals first. I'm gonna have to redo a lot of this. At least I am getting a good amount of scaffolding back. There we go. All of the obsidian lines are now in place. Now to just box off everything and create some portal frames. 1 shulker of obsidian emptied, and I had to grab a second for some more. Next, we need to run around and light up all of these portal frames here. And with these really big guys, obviously a portal can't be that long. I believe the inside can be 23 long. So if I do a line here, that should be, nope. There we go. There we go. A good chunk of the first portals are in place. Now to just go around the entire remaining portion of the farm. Nice. The farm is finally coming together. The only remaining part left is to fill the tank with water. And it looks like the kelp has stopped growing itself all the way up, which is a little bit of a bummer. So now it's time to use up all of my bone meal supply to grow up all of the kelp. Oh boy. Right, that should be this whole little corner here. Nope, not quite. Too early. Oh no. It's gonna be a problem. I should wait to break the kelp. Yep, this is gonna be a bit. I was really hoping this would be quick, but I almost spent 2 hours growing in kelp to fill up the tank. Nope, sir, we're not open for business yet. Please, sir, wait for opening hours. I don't care if you know the owner. There's so many around. This farm is getting really scary. They just keep popping up. There's another. Hey, 2 Nautilus shells. Nice. It is very spooky on top of this thing, but at least we know the farm will work. But before I do anything else, I gotta plate to field. And by that, I mean I need a small break from the drowned farm to build something else. This grind has been real. With 93 days spent on this project already, it's a big farm. So please leave a like on this video if you haven't already. I really do appreciate your support, and it lets me know you want to see more videos from this series. And if you're new, be sure to subscribe to see what I use all of this copper for in the future. I wouldn't be doing this without all of you, so thank you so very much for the support. Just like that wheat field wouldn't grow up if we didn't add something else over here to actually, be in the area and load the chunks for a few minutes. So we get a 2-for-1. Both of these kind of grew up a little bit. Well, that's brand new. It looks great. Before we can finish the farm, I need to gather some more materials. For starters, I need honey blocks. And well, I don't quite have a farm for that yet. So let's grab ourselves some honeycomb in here and craft up a few beehives. Oh, I need a lot more than that. Pick up some flowers and head down into the bee breeding facility before nighttime gets here so we can breed all of these bees. Gonna need a lot more than that. It is nighttime and they're gonna have a little bit of a cooldown so we can breed them again. And I also need 8 dispensers to finish this off, so another time at the spider farm to get some string to make bows. String has been acquired, so we can craft ourselves up 8 bows here. And then I gotta do the slow process of crafting 8 dispensers. I am very excited for the auto crafter to be here solely to craft those. And back to hanging out with my bee friends. I could be in danger. Just be very careful to not hit anything right now. I think I have enough bees though. I think I just gotta wait for them to go in their little hives, and then I think I got enough bees. And I also can place my own beehives. Nope, no, I can't place the beehives down up there. Never mind. Yes, I can. If I hold the flowers, they will let me place them because they'll want to be so close to hang out with me, their best friend. Okay, now we just have to wait for them to go inside. Can I please get out? Oh, sorry, sir. Nope. Okay, we're out. Yep, we're just gonna wait for them. Nighttime is here, and hopefully that means a lot of our bees have went inside. I'm gonna assume that these are all just full of bees, and if they're not, we'll figure it out later. There should be bees in every single one of these because they can't stack, so that should be fine. With the bees accounted for, I did have time to get the rest of the materials, so this is everything we're gonna need to build a farm. And we're out here in the Nether as there's no day or night cycle, meaning the bees work forever, and they don't get sleepy. It's amazing. Somewhere over here is my wither skeleton farm underneath the bedrock, so if we put the farm on top, it should work anytime I'm down there, meaning we'll always have a passive supply of honey blocks and honey bottles ready to go. I'm following a tutorial by Mortings for this honey farm, which is a really simple design that should get enough honey for me to use sparingly for projects. I don't need anything massive, just something that'll fill up as I fly around in the Nether. Last step is to fill all of the dispensers in the farm with glass bottles, so I need to come here and trade with all of our villagers to buy a little bit of glass. The farm doesn't need to be full, so this should be enough to get us started for some glass bottles in each. I split up the bottles evenly so we can put 54 in each of these, and we can reuse them as we go, so this should keep the farm running for a while. All right, all of our bees are out. Do y'all need do we need to do any more bee breeding? It's kind of hard to get to you down there. We've got baby bees. Now, can we get honey bottles? I decided to AFK at my gas farm for about 20 minutes to see if the honey farm actually works. And fantastic, it does. 2 blocks down, 13 to go. Wait, how are they getting stuck up here? I'm confused. I will leave it. As now I need to gather the rest of the materials while that stocks up. I still have plenty of glass left over and plenty of obsidian. From here, I need to get some turtle eggs, and that should do. How many turtles are up here? Oh my god, look at them. Look at all of them. What are they doing? No, go back in the water. The turtle needs to make it to the water. Except I need those eggs first. Thank you. Okay, 14 eggs, that is more than I'm gonna need for now. Minus the honey blocks, this is all I needed to get for the nether side. Those will be lava buckets. Now for the killing chamber. First up, I need a ton of sticks to craft so many fence gates, a few lights with a bunch of other random things thrown in. I've just got one big step left, and I'm gonna need some of these with a quick trip out to the end as we've got a wither to kill. That was easy. And a beacon. Now for some math, and oh boy, I hope I did it right. I think I need to build the portal right here. This will hopefully teleport us. Nope, that's not how portals work. This will hopefully teleport us on top of the farm. Yes, it does. And does it go back through? That's the big question. It does. Oh, okay. I got spooked. Now to fully verify this works, I need to test all of the corners of the farm to make sure that they can sink. I'm a little worried about that being too far away. We're good here, and there's a drown. No, sir, thank you. Not open yet. I think I invented a new minigame, Whack-A-Drown. It's like whack-a-mole, but you just smash the drowned as they pop up through the scaffolding. It's really fun. You should try it. Everything's working so far. Please have this last corner work as well. Yes! Oh, it all synced up. Amazing. Next step is to construct the circulation system to send the drowned back to the overworld at a new location. Before we do that, I need to grab the coordinates of this nether portal right there with a little screenshot, light the portal, place a little lava behind it here to catch any stragglers. Eventually, this entire floor is going to be out of honey blocks so that they move really slowly, but don't quite have enough yet. Slight problem here. That links up 4 blocks behind me inside the farm. So we're going to hope that it works right here. Oh no, not like that. Nah, we don't want that. Let's hope a portal right here is going to work. We can head into the portal and it should put us at the bottom one. It did, and not in the lava. That's great. And where does it put us on the way out? This is the important part. We're good. Oh, it's gonna work. Fantastic. With that working, I got to work myself finishing up the killing chamber for the farm. And things are working indeed. We have drowned in the nether. They just need to push themselves over there, and then I need those honey blocks. I think I just need to hang around here for a little while, but we got one more in. I just need like what, 10? 8 or 10, and I need 2 for the overworld too. I've been focusing on breeding up the bees as much as I can, and I think we're finally getting a pretty good swarm in here, and we now have 16 honey blocks with 3 more in there, but I think the 16 should be enough. We'll leave those in there to breed later. These honey blocks will finish off this whole system, which is good to go. And finally, we want to add some here so the drown can't move around too much. Then on top of that, I also want an armor stand right in there. And can I just place that? No, I cannot, of course. The armor stand goes right in here, so we can attack that to kill the drown instead of having to attack them directly, as they get a little spooky if you attack them. We have 3 steps to go before this project is done. 1, I need about 8 stacks of turtle eggs to go around the outside of the farm. So to get those, I need a lot of seagrass. Probably need to gather those up again so we can just add the seagrass back that I sheared up. Looks like there's a few that I missed before, so we could grab these up. And I've got 4 stacks of seagrass so we can breed up all these turtles and get a bunch of eggs. Thankfully, turtles have a chance to spawn up to 4 eggs each time you breed them, so this wasn't too terrible to grab everything I should need. I've now got 470 turtle eggs here, and I'm just gonna hope that's enough. How did you get... How did you get out of the turtle tank? One has escaped. I'll deal with him later. Now, this is where things might get a little spooky, as I need to run along and place a turtle egg, and it's gonna portal... No, it's gonna send me through every single time. Okay, this is gonna be a little painful. Right, well, anyways, I need to come through here and place the turtle egg. Yeah, not like that. Along the back of every single portal frame. Oh, this is gonna be painful. I'm getting dirt. I'm not gonna deal with that. We're just gonna put a dirt scaffolding all the way around and I'll break it on the way back. This is gonna be much easier. If you didn't know, you can use turtle eggs to lure any form of zombie, as they love to stomp on them and destroy the eggs. So by placing turtle eggs around the entire farm, it'll encourage the drowned zombies to move towards the edge and go through the portals more quickly. And there we go. That is all of the turtle eggs in place, and I still have a little over a stack. I was really just guessing on the 8 stacks, as there was about 8 stacks of glass to go around each layer down there, so I'm happy I had enough. Now, another way we can get the drown into the portals is by pushing them with some water here. So by putting a line of dirt along here, we can add in the water along that dirt to more easily move all of our drowned around. With the water in going all the way down, we can then remove the dirt, and it should flow to fill on the other side. Perfect. This section's ready to go. Now it's just gonna get a little bit more difficult with the drown drowned in here. Oh my gosh, I just came up to sleep and get rid of all of them. And look at this, the farm's working. I might just do a little bit like, whoo. Yes, a drowned farm. I just need to actually, get some storage, but we have a shell. Battling against the tides and the hordes of drowned popping up through the scaffolding, I was able to add in all of the water. And the farm is complete, kind of. Remember how I said we had 3 steps to go through? Well, we did step 1, getting turtle eggs, and we just did step 2, placing in water streams. Now, step 3 is not required, but it will more than double the rates of this farm. It's already pretty good as is, but we need to put a roof over this entire thing, extending 20 blocks out from the edge. I really try to limit my AFK time in this world as much as possible, so doing this is going to be very worth it for me. Oh my god, this is what the other side of the farm looks like. That is terrifying. There are so many drowned in there. Look at all of them. Anyways, I have about 200,000 stones sitting in these jumbo chests here. So if we take 4 shulker boxes, we can convert them into stone slabs for the roof. Now for the fun process of marking out the entire perimeter for this roof, so I'm not wasting any extra time or resources building it larger than I need to. There we go. Now I just need to fill in the entire middle space. And you guys are so freaking loud up here. Time to craft down a bunch more stone slabs and get to work. This means a ton more time spent placing down stone slabs and creating a massive dark space for the farm to work. I do have an eventual plan for this area to hide the farm inside of a new landscape of sorts, but this is taking me so long already that I don't even want to start thinking about that right now. So instead, we go for the technical solution of covering up the farm with our slabs to spawn-proof it for the future and get the farm up and running as quickly as possible. And this is it. Finally, the final slabs are going in place for the entire stone roof. Oh, this has been a real grind, but it is so worth it. Look at how fast this fills up with drown. About 10 seconds later, and we've already got all of these in here. This is going to be so nice to have. And I really got to get a storage system for these. Now the farm is really kicking into gear. This is charged up so much. Oh, I thought this was going to take 2 days to build. I'm 6 days into this project. We actually have an endless stream of drown coming in. I set up a little auto clicker and we can't kill them fast enough to clear out the area. I am yet again out of redstone materials, so I flew home to craft up a stack of repeaters as well as a stack of comparators, which took a good amount of redstone, so I traded with my clerics to restock a little bit. Then a quick trip to the lumber mill to craft a few stacks of chests, where I used one of those stacks to craft down into hoppers at the iron farm. The 2 little hoppers I have up here are filling up with each swipe to kill the drown, and as you can see, it's a little overflowing. So I need a bigger storage room. Look at the tridents in there. Okay, we got the tridents, we're good. And this right here should be everything we need. Nope, where's all my hoppers? Oh, they're in my inventory. I'm blind. Excuse me, I'm trying to talk. You guys are a little loud. This should be everything we need for the storage room. Now, I think I'm gonna move the beacon so we have a little bit more space to work with and can just go directly down here. Yeah, I have so much iron, we can just let them drop. But if we start expanding out to the sides, we can create 2 independent storage systems that'll be a little bit easier to work with. I really should not have hooked up this one. Those need to go in last. Absolutely, they need to go last. These drown are way too loud. I turned their sounds off. I can't do it anymore. Alrighty, as we start to turn the corner over here, we can start to hook up a few of our item sorters. I just need a platform below us. Nothing a little dirt can't solve, which means it's time to build out the auto sorting systems where I want 2 sections for copper ingots, 1 for nautilus shells, 1 for rotten flesh, and an extra to burn the extra rotten flesh as I don't really need it, before creating an overflow chest for all of the tridents and fishing rods. Repeating this to the other side so we don't stress the hoppers too much. And this is starting to look much better. But to clean this up, I want to move the beacon out of the way to right behind the killing chamber so I can still easily access it. There we go, resistance and regen setup. I'm definitely gonna need a better way to get up to the top, but you know what? We can bring the scaffolding back in since we've used so much of it already. Yeah, finally 156 days in-game later. It is time to use this farm for real, for the first time. I'm still blown away. This took almost as long to build as my nether perimeter and wither skeleton farm. And for those curious, this is what it looks like in the nether while it's running. I am very happy with how this turned out. I mean, look at this. Look at all the copper I got in less than 30 minutes. And I've now killed almost 8,000 drowned. This farm is going to be extremely useful to have in the future. I just need to find a way to hide it. Yeah. But this has already taken 6 days IRL to build, so I'm out of time for that. Please leave a like on this video as it has taken so long to produce, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't. We're so close to 1,600,000 subs on the channel, so I really do appreciate the support. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side.